All right, I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakudash. I want to give double honors to the Apostle Jim Esther as well. Peace, blessings, salutation to Yakim, Yuakwa for tuning in, and you Israelite friends that are scattered. And, we do these lessons to edify the elect through the Spirit and to push brothers to fight and remember to fight. And it's always going to be a fight, to the kingdom. And just want to do something through the Spirit. Don't really have a topic, so bear with me. But I got these few scriptures up, and whatever comes from there. But matter of fact, where is that in the scripture? Men shall fight. It's in address somewhere. Let's start off with this one. Second Edges 7:57. Then answer me. Hold on. Me. Give me one moment. 57. All right. It says Second Edges 7:50. Let me see. Yeah, 57, Shalaki. Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. And this fight is spiritual. Going into, that's why it tells you to put on the whole armor so you can get ready for this battle. I'm going to get that. Spiritual armor. All right. So Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord. And this is also what King David told King Solomon. He charged King Solomon to be strong and keep his ears upon the law and his eyes upon the law and his feet into the law and pleasing Yahweh Shem Shai and be swift to do righteousness and I'm gonna get that as well. But it says, finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Because, hold on real quick. Yeah, Salaki. Yeah, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand the wiles of the devil. Let's look up the word wiles. Let me see what it says in regular definition. Because you see, what another thing that has happened was they gave niggas Juneteenth. And now these niggas, again, this camp that just passed Friday on, what's the date? 19th to 18th. It was a old nigga talking about something. He wasn't oppressed. And then he had a couple of knuckle boneheads, little young ass jakes. We asked him, a question, are you oppressed? And he's like, no, I'm not oppressed. He went over there, looked at his buddy. He said he wasn't oppressed neither. And then, they just walked off. And, that's a nigga that's defenseless. They're not ready for the battle, and they're not prepared for a battle, and they don't even think it's a battle. Let me see real quick. Whew, yo. All right. Wows. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, man. It says this is the definition of wows because this is going back to that image in Revelation 13. I'm start at 15. Matter of fact, let me just get it. Revelation 13. Revelation 13, I'm starting at verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So that's part he been given power to do what? Give you to give you wiles. To do what? What is the definition of wiles? It says he has the power to give you devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. So it says to lure, entice. Another way of saying while something away. So that's the definition of wiles. So Esau, the so-called white man, has been giving you a devious or cunning stratagems employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what he wants. That's what he's been given the power to do. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So pretty much these people are so gone that these people believe that if they don't follow the protocol, the agenda, they're pretty much going to be outcasts. They're going to be nobodies, especially here in America. America's wicked, man, and these people are followers, and they're so quick and swift to do evil and follow the multitude to do wickedness. And it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand or in their foreheads, and that's the MOB. And that no man might bow or sell, because that's where they're shaping, they're manipulating, going back to the wiles, definition of wild, they're luring, enticing, persuading, manipulating people to this. And that no man might bow, because that's what they're telling. Because right now, through the juicy juice, that I just was talking to somebody in Dominican Republic, and they were pretty much saying it's mandatory. If you don't drink the juicy juice, they're pretty much you can't go in the stores, you can't ride buses. Pretty much you're cut off. And I said that no man. And another thing too, it's like this now. It's like this world is so built up upon Esau's structure that that's why they're taking away farms. They control the gas. They control all pretty much obstacles of you getting around. Registrations and everything is connected to the computer, the grid. So pretty much, if you try to live off the grid, you really have to have a strong mind. You really have to have the armor of Yahweh Shah to be strong. And because one thing, what people fail to realize, they really think that if they're not a part of society, they're just a nobody, But that's how people have been manipulated and persuaded of thinking. So that's why, like the normal way of society, that's why women think if they're housewives, they're slaves, or if they cater to a man, they're slaves. And that's why men, if they ain't chasing a bag or that nigga, that guy, they're nobodies, man, But that's what society has been. And that's why it's been so easy to manipulate and persuade our people into the society, because niggas are afraid to be left out. Niggas want to be adored, and that's what they think that's the right way. So finish with that, going back to Ephesians. So it says, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Who is in the power of the principality? Esau, because he's been given the power to do evil. Against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's what's going on. They're setting up these decrees and these laws to usher in, and it goes down down the chain. Going back to the first book of Maccabees, you had a lot of Israelites who even consented to this, and they sent forth decrees for everybody to pretty much go into one way of thinking, to the New World Order. Well, their agenda at that time was being Hellenized, but now today you are Americanized, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So again, Revelation 12:12 talks about how Esau is going to come down like a madman, sparing none, because he has not short down the rule. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Because it was kind of funny. because at camp you had about 6 cops. It was 2 cops waiting. You had an undercover. One cop, the brother said they got out the cop car, was walking around in plain clothes, and they sent this really, this right here really stood out to me because it reminded me of the movie well, in general, the Black Panthers, because you had a nigga that came up. It was 2 niggas that came up with a car, and the brother spotted it out. He was like, "Yo, that's an undercover cop," and then he started trying to hide his badge. And I'm trying to tell you, this nigga looked like a New York nigga from Bed-Stuy. He will remind you of a nigga from East New York. I'm talking about East New York, Brooklyn. If I'm saying it right, nigga reminded you of some nigga from East New York. In a while, and he had the fitted hat, he had the button up. He reminded you of a New York nigga, a East New York nigga. And he was trying, even he was talking that, daughter, I run a security company, well, Miles is more advanced. We protect black delegation. I'm sitting there like, what? Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. You're undercover. So when I was, while the interaction was going on, I was telling him like, yo, keep it light, so that nigga can go about his business. But the thing about it is, how the way they sent that nigga, and then we also think that it was an old bottle that came up. That nigga was a part of. This nigga was another New York nigga. That nigga probably was an agent too. Cause it was mighty funny. Cause the last week we had a transgender come up, and, cut him through the scriptures, and then this week it's like they was waiting on us. It was mighty funny. As soon as it was a cop that was in front of the camp spot. Then as soon as we moved, we didn't move right to the side of the building. It was mighty funny. As soon as we start, he rolls up like, yo, what are we doing? He saw us putting garments on, blase. But yeah, man, this world that we live in is in complete wickedness, man. And bros got to be ready, even in you women, because again, the notion is if you're humble, meek, and you love your husbands and you want to follow a man, and you want to, just be, have a man, and just you want to cater to him, and you want him to lead you. That's even looked at as foreign. The whole notion is now that women should be single, independent, strong, and independent, but that is not according to the scriptures. It tells you the scripture that a man shall be a covering in a day of affliction, roughly paraphrasing. We're living in the times where the Lord is about to make men precious as gold, and you women, is going to have men that's going to, save y'all. Men, men, you will be saved. And there's one thing too, like, just had to, you don't, all this little, you need to be married by Esau standards. Well, I'm going to just let you know one thing. Esau already cut off every goddamn thing. 401k. We're going into a new society where Esau's going to cut every fucking thing. And, one thing about it, if you were doing good by your man, and nothing that's something, there's nothing that you have to worry about. The Lord is going to protect you, and through that man, He will save you. And it slipped my mind, but pretty much what I'm saying is, you women, there's no need to worry about you be thinking about the future this, the future that. America's going to be destroyed. America's going to get hit by nuclear missiles. It told you that women shall be saved in childbearing. So it's going to be some woman that is going to be saved. Again, so that's another thing. You got to put on the whole armor. The Lord, and the Lord is going to direct thy steps. There's nothing. There's no need to worry about if you live in this city, live in this spot. The Lord is going to direct you if He's dealing with you. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and have done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked manipulation, and so forth. Because Esau is trying to lure and entice our people to love this place and continue to do wickedness. Because by the foolishness of our people is the fullness of these fucking heathens, man. And take the helmet of salvation and the word of because these nations and these heathens are ruling by their standards and their laws and their statutes and their ways and their tradition. Right now, the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh, of the Heavenly Father, the one that lives in our Lord, they're not being established. They're pretty much at naught. So it says, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints, man. So this is why we do these lessons to edify, to keep these things moving and keep allowing our people to remember there is a fight going on. There is a battle. You have to put on that armor. You have to watch out for the wiles of Satan. So yeah, it says then answered, yeah, in 57, this is 2nd Ezra 7:57. Then answered for he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. And that's those crowns, man, that the Lord is going to give us personally. Going to by the Sirach 26 and 23. Nah, this is not what I wanted. Well, I'm gonna bring forth because this is pretty much goes into what this is what they want for our woman to be like, and this is something that you have to put your armor on to fight against, so you won't be lured and enticed on thinking that this is the right way. This is how you should be acting. This says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. So, and that's what we see in present day. Women do not honor. They don't even honor families. They don't. There's no. They break the kids from even honoring their father. Their kids have nobody to look up to. So these boys wake. They grow up. They have a problem with having. Listening to men and being under men and being in order. Why? Because the image, going back to Sirach the 30th chapter, where it talks about the honor of thy father. And it tells you that if the dishonor of the father is the shame of the children, it's the shame of the nation. And you have it that these women, they want the honor, they want to be on top, they want to be on head, they want to be the head of our nation, but that's not how the Lord set it up. And if you have been lured and enticed to think like that, the Lord's going to destroy you. But then, just like the scripture says, man. But for you women, this is what you have to put. This is what you have to fight against in your mind. This is not the correct way. Could you see it? The time is near. The time is nigh that the way of righteousness is being broadcasted and put out there. So it's Sirach 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So again, that fight. You have to remember that we are in a battle. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way of right, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. So again, we have to wait, man. We got to understand, man. We do certain things to do. We set up certain businesses of our own. We set up. We work for where we work at, whatever. But all in all, we do what we have to do, but we wait on the Lord. But ultimately, what I'm saying is, this place is going to be destroyed, man. So talking this future shit, and you trying to get your, you want all insurance for your kids and the best 401k, and you trying to leave something for your kids. It's nothing but a short moment, man. Esau, the whole plan of Esau is to strip every goddamn thing from our people. It says that Esau's not gonna give you nothing, man. Esau wants all and everything for himself. But it says, believe in him and he will help thee, order thy way right, and trust in him. And the end goal is the kingdom, where we will have all in abundance, in infinite, man. Never an end, never an end. It tells you in Daniel, I believe the second chapter, or the fourth, it tells you how the Lord is going to reign forever and ever, a never-ending kingdom. And that's what we wait for. And go not aside lest ye fall. Because if you start leaning upon your own understanding, trying to take backdoor deals and try to do other things, you're going to fall. And you pretty much, because you're doing it for nothing. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And I understand, men, you want women. Men, you want family. I understand you women. You want a man. You want children. You want a family. You want to have that in dowry. That what I'm saying is, you want that the marriage. You want that marriage. You want that that ceremony, and you want It's nothing wrong with that. But the thing about it is, we live in an adulterous world, and we live in a world where all it's for, at the end of the day, it's for failure. Nothing will come out of it. So, you know, all this, getting married and walking down the aisle and doing it, and man, get the fuck out of here, man. You know, it's no need for that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, because even here in America, how you know that is not right, because technically a man can have more than one woman, but if you want to even do that, you can't even go to the board of Esau and say, okay, these are my 5 wives, and I want to marry all of them. It can't be done. So what I'm saying is, that's how you know right there is not the correct way. Um, Bear with me one moment. All right, Sirach 21:9. The congregation of the wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them. And that's the missiles. And again, going back to what I was saying earlier, we know that this place is going to be destroyed. America is going to be destroyed, and everything in it, and the wickedness. The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell. He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom. It says, he that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. And so yeah, man, the way of the sinners is destruction, man. You know. Sirach 22:15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well. I gotta remember this. Pleasing unto him. This is the Christian cut. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. And damn, I should have brought this out yesterday. But it said, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Sirach 1:19. Wisdom raineth down skill, and knowledge of understanding standing. and exalted them to honor that hold her fast. And that's what's about to happen to the righteous, the elect. We are ready to get our honor, but keeping the law, the statutes, and commandments, walking in wisdom, that's going to bring us honor. Because what we're doing it and trying to be perfect in the sight and in the midst of evil and wickedness. The root of wisdom is to fear the Lord, and the branches thereof are long life. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins. Man, what is it? Right? Man, yo, this is the straight Christian cut. It turneth away wrath. A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction, man. Sirach 25 is yep. Sirach 25 and 10. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord. Because when you fear the Lord, you're gonna remember that fight. You're gonna constantly remember that you're fighting and you want to please the Lord, and you want to make the wicked mad. I mean, you wanna make Esau mad, man. Why? Because he couldn't lure you and entice you. Going back to the word wiles, he couldn't persuade you or turn you away from the gospel. So when he sees the so-called black woman, the so-called Latina, Hispanic woman, and you Israelite men that are loving the Lord and trying to be righteous, that scars Esau. That makes him mad. That you are out there fighting to be righteous in the midst of wickedness, and that really makes you're the target. You're the threat. If anybody want to be think you're a rebel, hey, fight for the Lord. Put on that armor. Prepare yourself to battle. That what makes you a rebel. That what makes you if you want to be how they say, a thug. If you want to be that badass, hey, look, turn back to the Lord, man. But the true badass is, what I'm trying to say is the man that, hey, findeth wisdom. But the love of the Lord passes all things for illumination. He that holdeth it, where to shall he be likened. What? Because it illuminates you. It wakes you up. Now you see things clear. Now you get the large picture. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Give in any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. It says, Sirach 19 and 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the Lord of the commandments, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is, oh my goodness, these are straight Christian cuts. Damn. And they that do these things, man, I should have brought these out yesterday, man. And they that do these things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree. I gotta write this down in the book. Make sure I put Christian cut behind it. It says, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. If a servant say to his master, I would do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourisheth him. Oh, Salaki. If a servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourisheth him. Exactly, man, because here the Lord commanded us to do what? So I thought that shit was ready to freeze up. Yeah. Well, this is gonna be the last one because that I don't like that. My phone be freezing up and it be cutting off. But it says, if a servant said to his master, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though after he do it, he angereth him that nourish him. So the Lord told us and commanded us to be righteous. But here it is, you talking about you love the Lord, this and that, love, that's my master, he's my God, he's this and that, he's Jesus and all that. And then you go out there and don't keep his commandments. That's what you do. You anger the Lord, You're showing that you're a hypocrite. But the thing about it is, you're not fighting. You forgot to fight. You don't even care about the fight. you think there is no fight, and that's what pretty much Christianity does to our people. These religions, it allows you to. It pretty much makes you think that there is no battle. That this is the life. You get it here. What you fight for is to please and to get vanity and obtain material shit here, and then you die, and that's it. Nah, fuck out of here, man. That's not it. But with that, I'm gonna say shalom, Lord willing. You brothers and sisters is edified. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.